Well, I just posted my walk with my puppies a little while ago. I had so much fun walking with them, but it can be exasperating because the Basset Hound has the second best nose in dogdom next to a bloodhound. So when I see people just walking down the street and their dogs just chugging along, I go, God, it would be nice to have that because my guys, for the most part, every single blade of grass and piece of debris tells an incredible story to them. So the walks aren't long distance wise, but they are long time wise because a lot of things get addressed during the course of it. And they go completely nuts when they see other dogs because they're incredibly friendly and social. But they've got that hound deep bay that they do, and a lot of people get nervous. I was taking him out for a walk the other night. I got out my gate and some guy was walking behind me, some older dude. And I'm walking along and I realize this guy's behind me. So I pulled him over into the parking strip so the guy can go by. And as he's going by, they start barking. And he stops and he stands there and he pulls out his phone and he goes, I can call the police. I said, what the fuck are you talking about? And he goes, you better get rid of those dogs, you know. I said, why don't you just get your stupid butt in gear and get the hell out of here? And then he starts walking, and I give him about 30 feet, and then I start walking, because that's the walk we're on, and then he turns and looks, and he goes, I'm going to call the cops right now. And I at that point threatened him. I said, I'll take the dogs home right now, and you wait right here, and I'll be back in a minute, and it's going to be the worst night of your life. And as soon as I said that, he took off. Just some idiot, you know, I mean, there's so many morons in this world, but you know, if something's bothering you, you walk across the street, you walk faster. You don't just stop there and confront somebody. And I'm thinking the dog's tails are wagging like crazy. All they want to do is say hi to this idiot. It's not, you know, so whatever. But, you know, I try to get the boys out twice a day and give them a nice walk. As for yesterday, you know, happy hour, I mean, it was funny. Some people are going, oh, really, this is really fun. And a lot of people are just going, what a bunch of crap. No wonder it didn't get picked up. It was just, for me, it was a fun show because we got to do, every show had so much music in it. And that one didn't even have that much. Sometimes they had a bunch of musical guests and we had to play with everybody on the show. So for the band, we had a ball. Because I love playing with John Gilliton and I love playing with Mike Baird. And it was fun with Steve Ferris. And then when he couldn't make it and Tim Pierce played, you know, it was like, these are my buds. So we had a great time and just sat there watching this go, all going down, going, wow, this is crazy. But, yeah, but it was, you know, Amit and Dweezil, they're a trip. You know, they were funny. But, you know, certainly Dweezil's gone on to, and it's really great the way he's, you know, continuing the legacy of Frank with his shows, and I think that's great because I was such a massive Zappa Mothers of Invention fan, and it was very funny just to suddenly be involved with the kids on that. And now waiting in an hour, it's going to be puppy play day with our friends who have the Bernese Doodle puppy. So the backyard's going to be completely crazy, and we'll sit masked and distanced from each other because they get it too. But the dogs will be having a ball for a couple hours, and then I have work to do and get ready to go over to Judith's, as I said, tomorrow to do another song with her. I think she's done her interpretation of In the Air Tonight, more of a classical thing, so I'm real curious to see. So she sent me a link to the way to do it, so I'm going to check it out before I get over there, and I'm totally surprised. But it is a Sunday just cruising along, and somebody just now in the chats on the dog suggested something, and I thought, yeah, why not? I've been having so much fun with Lyle on here. One of the songs that we did, I think it's on Joshua Judge's Ruth, is a song called Church. So I thought that's pretty applicable for a Sunday, no matter what your church is or non-church, anything like that. It's a nice moment of reflection on a Sunday. And we had so much fun doing this in the studio, and then live, it was always great. Always got the house rocking. So I thought I'll just go ahead and play Lyle Lovett's Church and wish everybody a great day. So I'll be back. I'm not leaving. I'm going to sit here looking very involved and digging it along with you. But this is Lyle's moment. So I'm going to give it to him. So here we go. This is Lyle, Lovett, and a bunch of great cats on this. So just check out the Joshua Judges Ruth album. I'm pretty sure that's the one that this one was on. And it's called Church.
I went to church last Sunday so I could sing and pray. But something quite unusual happened on that day. The church, it started right on time, just like it does without a doubt. And everything was all just fine, except when it came time to let us out. You know, the preacher, he kept preaching. He told us, I have one more thing to say. Children, before you think of leaving, you better think about the judgment day. Now, everyone got nervous because everyone was hungry too. Everyone was wondering what was the next thing he would do. And the preacher, he kept preaching. He said, now I'll remind you, if I may, you all better pay attention, or I might decide to preach all day. Everyone was getting so hungry. Oh, one started feeling ill, and the weak ones started passing out. Young ones, they could not sit still, and the preacher's voice rose. I snuck up to the balcony and I crept into the choir. And I begged them, brothers, sisters, help me please. I said, when I give you a signal, I said, when I raise up my hands, won't you please join with me together? Praise the Lord, I have a plan. And the preacher, he kept preaching. Long is the struggle, hard to find. I prayed, Father, please forgive me. And then I stood up and with all my might I sang to the Lord, let praises be. It's time for dinner now, let's go. We got some beans and some good cornbread. Now listen to what the preacher said. Now it's to the Lord, let praises be. It's time for dinner now, let's go. Yes, and I did give a signal. Yes, and I raised up my hands, and then joined with me the choir. Said, every woman, a child and man sang to the Lord, let praises be. It's time for dinner now, let's go. We got some beans and some good cornbread. Now listen to what the preacher said. To the Lord, let praises be. It's time for dinner now, let's go. The preacher, he stopped preaching, and a hush the church did fill. And then a great white dove from up above landed on the windowsill. And the dove flew down beside him. A fork appeared right in his hand. Everybody watching, the preacher ate that bird right there. And then everyone got really nervous. And the preacher, he did start to glow. And as we watched on in disbelief, these were the words he spoke. Said the mom was in the kitchen, she's been there all day. I know she's cooking something good, so let's bow our heads and pray. Sing to the Lord, let praises be. It's time for dinner now, let's go. We got some beans and some good cornbread. Now listen to what the preacher said. To the Lord, let praises be. It's time for dinner now, let's go. And the moral of this story, children, it is plain but true. God knows if a preacher preaches long enough, even he'll get hungry too. And he'll sing to the Lord, let praises be. It's time for dinner now, let's go. We got some beans and some good cornbread. Now listen to what the preacher says. To the Lord, let praises be. It's time for dinner now, let's go. We got some beans and some good cornbread. Now listen to what the preacher says. be.
Let it be.
It's time for dinner now. Let's go eat.
We got some beans
and good cornbread.
Good cornbread.
Listen to what the preacher said.
To the
Lord, praises be.
Praises be.
It's time for dinner now. Let's go
We got
eat.
some
We got
beans
some
and
beans and good cornbread.
cornbread.
Listen to what the teacher said. To the Lord, let praises be. It's time for dinner now. Let's go eat. We got some beans and some good cornbread. Now listen to what the preacher said. To the Lord, let praises be. It's time for dinner now. Let's go eat. We got some beans and some good cornbread. Now listen to what the preacher said. To the Lord, let praises be. It's time for dinner now. Let's go eat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Church, Lyle, Lovett. Live, it was fun. You know, crowd would really get into it and stuff. And the background singers would just lay in deep. Francine and Sweet Pea and Harry and Arnold and Willie. Man, they were so good. They were so good. So that's a nice little visitation for an incantation and all that tations for Sunday morning. It looks like I think next week I will be getting my artwork and the T-shirts up on the website. The thing we're trying to figure out now is how to post it, because I can't take like a multiple order. Like you can't order a book and a T-shirt and a print on the same order. Each one's going to have to be a separate order, just for the way that the bookkeeping is arranged and all that. So we're trying to figure out how to word that so people don't get confused and frustrated by it. Because if you want to buy a book, you buy the book. If you want to buy a piece of artwork, you buy that and that. And if you want a T-shirt, you buy that. But they can't be lumped together. It's going to make for a real crazy mess. Maybe if I was a big corporation, they would have some way of doing it. But for me, it'd be crazy and confusing. So just a heads up that it looks like stuff's going to be going up next week. We've got all the graphics and everything's ready to go. We're just trying to figure out how to word this and lay it out properly. But it'll be on LelandSklarsBeard.com, not in the clubhouse. This stuff will be on the website. Again, be safe. Numbers are roaring. Things are really kind of insane and scary right now. And I've just been talking to friends over in Europe, and they're telling me about what's closing down for them. In Australia, they're closing down. And, you know, it's tough for everybody out there. But I think the toughest it's on. I mean, everybody wants to get out and go to restaurants and go to bars and sporting events and concerts and all that. And they want their businesses open. They want their schools open. But it really can't be done until we get this virus really at least completely under control. And that's going to be a while. But the people who really I think are suffering the most in this are the responders, the doctors, the nurses, the caregivers, the people working on all the frontline jobs that are considered essential to our well-being. And for them, I'm grateful every day. They are heroes in my eyes. I'm not Sammy Davis Jr., in my eyes. And I thank you so much for your diligence and your sacrifice during this period. So everybody have a great rest of the day. It's kind of nice to make it a twofer. Plus, I wanted to just sort of not apologize, but just sort of go, yeah, happy hour was pretty weird. But when I came across it, I thought I'll throw it out. You know, I'm trying to kind of, you know, a lot of times, like when I read Bass Player magazine and they do an article on somebody and I look at their discography, they list like all the A stuff, man, the stuff that you're going to go, oh man, how cool is that? How cool is that? And if you're really a working musician, you do everything that comes in, you know, unless you're absolutely adamantly against it. But man, I've rarely ever said no. To me, I love working and I love being a part of the music industry. So when you get these calls, I get a call for Phil Collins, great. If I get a call to do happy hour, great. I'm working, and I'm working with my friends. And it doesn't get better than that. And I've been dealing with the guys in the band this morning, with the immediate family, because we're lining up the next EP, which will come out after the first of the year. And we're figuring out what songs are there. We're holding back on the album songs for when we can release the album, which is what we're waiting now, along with the documentary film. And Denny Tedesco, who's doing the film, just contacted me the other day, and they're going to come down and film the book signing at LA Vintage Gear and make that part of the documentary. And so I'm tickled about that. So there's lots of things going on, but the primary thing for everybody is be safe. Nothing matters if you get sick and you don't recover. Then it's all over. And you don't want to get sick and then spread it to your family. You might feel fine, but you could have like a brother or a sister with asthma, or your grandparents in the house. And next thing you know, you don't want that on your shoulders, that you got them sick. So just take good care. Be smart. That's the main thing, is just be as smart as you can and do the best you possibly can. That's all anybody can ever ask. So take good care. I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to go prepare for puppy mayhem in my backyard, which will be fantastic. And then I'm going to work on Judith's songs and like that. So talk to you soon. Bye-bye.